everybody, welcome back to another episode of Wintuition MTG. My name's Wyatt, and today we have a Pride-themed casual Commander game for you with Final Fantasy Commanders. Now, I know we missed June by about a week, but we were caught up on life and other things, and we couldn't quite get this video out in time. However, it's extremely important to myself as an individual in the community that I take a moment to say that I very staunchly support everyone in the LGBTQIA+ community, and that I hope you can enjoy our content. Without further ado, let's get into today's gameplay. Today, Sydney is joining us on her Terra and Squee, the Magical Immortals list. We have Zach, who is playing Sephiroth and Uro, a Soldier's Wrath. I am playing Y'shtola and Sakashima, Knight of a Thousand Faces. And lastly, we have Ryan, who is playing Choco and Kodam, the Seekers of Paradise. Let's go ahead and get into it here today. We're playing some high power EDH, but this is also going to be a Pride special episode. So each of us have partner commanders. We've chosen any two legendary creatures, including at least one Final Fantasy creature, to partner with. I'm playing double Y'shtolas.
I'm doing Choco, Seeker of Paradise, and Kodama of the East Tree.
I am playing Terra, Magical Adept, paired with Squee.
Got Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier, and Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath.
Alright, let's go ahead and get into it here. Any pregame effects?
Nope.
Alright, I'll draw for turn. I'm going to land for turn as a Hollowed Fountain, shock it in, tap for one, play a Sensei's Top, pass the turn.
Rude. Alright, I'll draw for turn. I'm gonna play a Windswept Heath. I'm gonna take one, sack it, and I am going to go get myself a Savannah. Tapping the Savannah for a delightful halfling, and pass my turn.
It's very delightful. Okay, I'll draw for turn. I'm gonna play a Secret Foundry. I'll just have it come in tapped. And I also play a Lotus Petal, and I will pass.
Draw for turn. I'll play Misty Rainforest. I will pay one to crack at Misty Rainforest. Misty Rainforest will put in a Underground Mortuary tapped. When it enters, I will surveil one.
Put it in the bin.
No, we'll leave that on top. I'll pass.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw for turn. I'll play my land for turn as a Plains, and then I'm going to tap for two, and because you're the only person that didn't ramp, Zach, I'm going to play the Loyal Secretary of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, Taru, and when Taru enters, I draw a card, and target opponent may draw a card.
Do you get anything from me drawing a card?
But whenever an opponent draws a card, if it isn't that player's turn, I get a Trap Treasure Token. Triggers only once a turn.
I hate that, but I am really behind. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, I'll get one Treasure Token, and I will pass.
If it was an untapped treasure token, I probably wouldn't have.
Fish. What treasure?
It's a tap treasure. You can't use it right now.
Alright, let's do some fun shenanigans. I am going to put a Mistrise Village into play. I'm going to tap everything using green to make it uncounterable, because why not? For Azusa Lost But Seeking, which allows me to play 2 additional lands this turn.
Weird. Who would run that card?
Right, in a land deck. Doing that, I will get a Hallowed Fountain and a Dreamroot Cascade, shocking it in to take 2. And then I will tap these 2 and get a side quest, Raise a Chocobo. When this enters, I get to create a 2/2 bird token, and at the beginning of my first main phase, if I control 4 or more birds, I get to transform this enchantment. And that's my turn.
Okay, I will untap, draw for turn. I'm going to play Hedge Mage for my land for turn. It comes in tapped, and I get to surveil one. I will pass.
Tap, keep, draw. Playing an Herbivore, Timmy Yawgmoth. Everybody has swamps. Tap 2, one of them being a green for a Sakura Tribuilder. We're going to play a Chrome Mox, pitching a Baron Rivalry or Deadly Dispute, and we're going to pass turn.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. No land here, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to sack my treasure and play Ristic Study. Responses?
Cool.
Pass turn.
Alrighty.
Wishing I had done the thing I just said I wasn't going to do.
Alright, so I'm going to tap for 4. I'm going to get Choco, the Seeker of Paradise out.
Do you pay the 1?
I'll draw.
Okay. Move to combat. I'll be sending 2 your way at the Ristic Study. I get a trigger for my attacking bird, where I look at the top card of my library. I will put it into my hand. 3 damage coming at you.
Yeah, I'll take 3. No matter.
Alright, and that is my turn.
Okay, I will untap and then draw for turn. I will play Commercial District for my land for turn. It will come and tap, and then I will surveil for 1. Then I will tap a blue and like white to do Oka, Traveling Merchant. I will not pay the 1.
I'll draw.
And I will pass my turn.
On your end step, I will sack Steve. First Tri Builder will get a basic island into play, and then I'll move my turn. How many cards you got in hand right now, Wyatt?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. We'll do Odora as land for turn. Feels bad, but is what we got. We'll do Urborg and Underground Mortuary for a Talisman of Resistance.
Draw a card.
We'll pay 1. And then I will tap Chromox for black, this island for black, Urborg, and pay the 1 for Douthie Voidwalker.
Okay.
And then I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. Land for turn, command tower. Pass turn. Let's card Ginger attacks us.
That'll have a void counter on.
Pass turn.
Yep, untap. And then I will 1, 2, 3. Sure, I'll tap 4 out and get a roaming throne naming birds.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to attack out with these 3. Little bird going to Wyatt, big bird going to you, and never mind, I guess I won't swing with you because that's pointless. Alright, and then we will move to my triggers. I get 2 triggers for everything. So the first 2, this will go into my hand. I have a tapped land, Selesnya Sanctuary, so I get to return a land to my hand. I will return that land to my hand. 1 comes in, so these guys are both going to get +2 each. And we'll go to the second trigger. I will put this in my hand and then put that into my graveyard, but unfortunately it will get exiled to a Dauthi.
Yep, with a void counter.
And now we can go to damage. There's 4 going your way and 5 going your way.
I'll take 4.
I'll take 5.
Okay. And then on my end step, well, second main phase, I get to replay that land that was bounced to my hand. Okay. And then that's going to be it for my turn.
And turn, I'm going to flash in Amphibian Downpour, Storm count 1. I'm going to turn off the Roaming Throne and Dauthi.
Okay.
They are 1/1 frogs.
Okay, I'm gonna untap and draw for turn. I will play Urza's Saga for my land for turn. And so it will be on 1. So I will tap a blue. I'm gonna tap a blue, add a colorless, and we'll just tap this in. And I will try to cast Intuition.
I have no responses.
Yeah, or 6 trigger.
Sorcery, speed, intuition. I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
Because that normally means you're winning the game on the spot.
No, that's not what it's necessarily.
I mean, it means if not, you're giving us a whole turn to interact or prepare for it. Whatever you're getting, potentially.
Hey, Zach, as my target, you will choose 1. The 1 will go into my hand, the rest into my graveyard.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Food Chain, Savine's Reclamation, and Spark Double.
Enters the battlefield as copy of any creature or planeswalker you control.
How many spells does she cast?
You
One?
have the 1. Yeah.
Or give her Spark Double.
I actually think you give her Savine's Wreck, because if she wants to go for it, Ryan can just prevent it.
Potentially. I'm thinking I'm going to give you Spark Double.
Okay.
Okay, so Spark Double will go to my hand. These will go to graveyard.
Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play Undercity Sewers as my land for turn. When it enters, I will surveil 1. That stays on top. Alright. There's still a Ristic in play. Cast Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. On cast, there will be a Ristic Study trigger.
Would you like to pay 1?
No, you can have it.
I'll draw.
Any responses to Sephiroth?
Nope.
Sephiroth enters, I will sack my frog to him, and I will draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Or none of the creature dies, because it doesn't matter if it's one I control. I will target opponent. Wyatt will have you lose 1, I will gain 1.
Okay.
I'm in a janky bird deck.
That's valid. I'm going to tap 3, paying the 1 for Ristic Study for a Bitter Blossom. And if we are good on that, I will end up passing the turn.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. I'm going to tap Underground River. I'm going to take a black, or take a damage and make a black. I'm going to cast Vamp Tutor. I'm going to lose 2 life. Responses. I'm going to immediately tap Sensei's top to put it on top and draw the card I tutored for. I'm going to tap 3 and cast Time Twister. Everyone's going to shuffle their hand and graveyard in and draw 7.
How many spells have you cast?
2.
Oh, that makes me really sad.
In response,
Okay.
gonna tap for a white and a colorless and get another bird out.
Okay. What are you casting?
It is Ambrosia Whiteheart. It has Flash. When it enters, I can return a permanent I control to my hand. It also has the landfall ability where it gets +1. Gonna return my roaming throne to my hand.
Okay.
Oh, so you paying the one for Ristic Study?
No.
Oh, draw. I realize shuffles our hand and graveyard. Yours is gone, so this is gone. I'll get 3 treasures after we're done. So you've all drawn an extra card. Alright. We'll all draw 7.
Turns out now the count.
I'll get a tap treasure, and I'll pass the turn.
All right. I will untap, and I will draw for turn. Okay, let's go ahead and play my cards. Okay. I'm going to get a Prismatic Vista into play, Wooded Foothills, and a Temple Garden.
Okay.
That's 3 landfall
So
triggers.
3 landfall triggers for my burbs.
And then is one of those lands a shock land?
Oh yeah, this one.
Temple Garden.
1, 2. All right. So now I need 6 mana for that dude. How much mana do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So let's make a green and white, and then I need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I will get Kodama of the East Tree out. Now I'm going to pay a life and go find a basic land, and I'm going to pay a life and find a mountain. And I will get my forest and a tropical island into play.
2 Kodama triggers.
2 triggers up here for everybody. I do not have a Kodama trigger in my hand to put into play, unfortunately. Alright, I will tap for 4, and I'm going to get a Bird Demon Falco Spar Pact.
I forgot on Kodama, but Ristic Study trigger now.
I cannot.
I'll draw.
And then I will put in another bird, Commander Essa? G-E-S-H-A. Alright, now we're going to move to combat with my lovely, lovely birds. What's your toughness over there?
I got a 3/3.
A 3/3? Okay. What do you got? 0-3 still? Okay. I'm going to have my 5-8 go at you. My 7-2 at you. And my 7-2 at you.
That was 5.
But
5 commander.
before you guys take damage, I get triggers. 3 birds attacked. So I look at 3 cards, 2 of which are lands. So they come into play.
You said it's a 5/8 coming at me? Or
An
it won't matter
8/5.
if you're putting lands into play.
I'm
None
putting
of this
2
matters.
more,
Yeah,
so
none of this
we're getting
matters.
more damage. So it's 9-2, 9-2, and
It's not in the air
both of my
flyer.
birds fly.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I
Why?
had to spend my last turn stopping Sydney from winning to do anything about that.
The problem is I need my commander right now. Fucking Christ.
Okay, and I'm gonna get a poison dart frog in, and
Mystic trigger.
off. I'm not gonna pay for it. Off of the Kodama trigger, I'm also gonna get a Lotus Cobra in. That is my turn.
Okay. Now untap, draw, and this will gain a lore counter
The
of
bright
2.
side. Unless...
Oh, I gotta get the time to strap. That's supposed to be in my graveyard.
I will play my Sunbillow Verge as my land for turn. A green, tap a red, and I'll do a colorless to cast Terra.
No, it's not.
Mystic trigger.
I'll pay for it.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's Terra for me.
2 for me.
Actually, when she enters, I mill 5 cards and put up to 1 enchantment card milled this way into my hand.
Do you have anything I can use for a shield counter?
2. I will put Summon Primal Odin into my hand. Okay. Now I will tap 1 for a green for a Worldly Tutor.
Mystic trigger.
Will not pay.
Okay. Roll.
Okay. So any responses? Okay. Would anyone like to cut?
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Oh shit, sorry.
That wanted to be on the bottom. How
I
dare
know,
you?
right? It's like, just leave me here. I'm perfect for a cellar door.
Here's the soul ring.
Okay, I'm gonna reveal Spark Double to put it on top of my library, and I will pass turn.
Alright. My upkeep, I will lose a life and make a fairy to my Bitter Blossom.
Whoa.
Nothing else in my upkeep, I will draw a card. We're gonna tap 1 for a Mystic Remora.
Okay. Mystic trigger.
You may have it.
I'll draw.
Any responses to the Mystic Remora? Okay. I'm gonna cast a Scoot Swarm,
Mystic trigger.
and I will pay the 1 on this one. I will tap the current box for that. Any response to Scoot Swarm?
Nope.
Okay. After Scoot Swarm enters, I will play land for turn. That will make my 6th land, so I will make a copy of Scoot Swarm.
Okay.
So we will have 2 Scoot Swarms.
Already?
Already. You gotta have 6 lands for it to be online properly. 2, 3. I will not be able to pay for this Ristic Study trigger, but we're gonna cast Uro.
I'll draw.
If Uro is good, I will go to its ETB. Uro will sack himself on ETB. When that happens, I will gain a life. Ryan, you will lose a life. And
Rude.
then I will then have myself gain another 3 from Uro's ability, draw a card, and then I can put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield. We'll put out a Volrath Stronghold. Sorry, it'll make 2 more Scoot Swarms.
Did you gain your life from arrow?
Yes. That being said, I will proceed to go to combat.
I think we should start attacking the player that's tried to combo off last turn and is threatening to do it next turn as well.
I'm
Instead of
looking at
spreading out
what's
the
in
damage.
play. It's not a matter of spreading out the damage. It's what my thing's going to survive a swing into. That's more what I'm concerned about than anything else. Yeah, because the problem is she can block with Terra and kill my Sephiroth. They would trade. I just don't know if that's worth it for me. Actually, she just went and got Spark Double. Whatever. We will go to combat. I will declare Sephiroth as an attacker. He will be going at Sydney. On attacks, I will sack a Storm to him. Lose 1, I will gain 1, and I will draw a card.
Doing 15 damage. He still has a lot of life.
I've gained like 5.
Just saying.
He is a 3/3. That is Commander. So after that, that is 2 total triggers of Sephiroth. I don't really have a chance of flipping him at this point. So we are going to pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw for turn. I'll play my land for turn as an Underground Sea. I'll tap my planes.
Or should be back in the command zone. I apologize.
I'm going to play a Soul Ring. I'm going to tap my Soul Ring and have 1 colorless floating. I'm going to play Mana Vault.
On when you cast Mana Vault, Mr. Gamora Trigger.
You got it. I'm going to tap for 9 and cast Expropriate. Responses.
Mr. Gamora Trigger.
You can draw. I also get a Trap Treasure off Tataru. You draw off your first Mr. Gamora. Okay?
I counter with Fierce Guardianship.
Sure.
Mr. Gamora Trigger.
I'm not.
Mystic Trigger.
You would get your draw first, then I will get mine.
Turn.
Alright.
I'm just here.
So we'll do a blue, white, and 1. I'm going to cast a... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to murder Squee.
Squee.
Oh, and then on the upkeep, since I actually had 4 birds, this dude flips 2. So he transforms into the black Chocobo.
I gotta say, I hate so much that it's the black Chocobo and it's on a mono green card. It bothers me so much.
1 cast of my Kodama trigger is
There's
going...
also a Ristic Trigger.
How much is it to pay?
1 mana.
Sure. I'll pay 1 this time. I'm going to get a traveling Chocobo into play. Screw it, why not? Risk it for the biscuit. Tap 3 more, and I will get a tireless provisioner out. Sure, I'll pay the 1. Okay, now we're going to go to combat. So, I cannot attack with these 2, and I can attack with these ones. So, you have any flyers?
No flyers.
Okay, cool. Then both the flyers are going to be going at you. You have a 4-2 and a 1-2. What are your scoots?
I have 3 1/1s that are on the ground, and I have 1 1/1 flyer.
Cool. Then he's still going to go at you.
I think you should swing everything. Can you kill her if you swing everything at her? How much damage do you have?
It depends what I flip.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
I
all
get
comes down.
doubles. And 1, 2,
Can you swing
3,
more
4,
birds?
5. No, I'm swinging all my birds.
Can you swing more creatures like your 6/6 Kodama?
I could swing my 6/6 Kodama. You're
So
right.
you should swing
You're right.
everything you can swing at Sydney. Because if she lives, she just wins on her turn.
I also don't want to ruin my board state.
Well,
Right,
she
it's-
only has 1 blocker.
I don't really have much
I
for
have
free
12
counters here.
on board without triggers.
I think you should swing it all at her, and we hope that you get a lot of damage off your
And
triggers.
then lose to you.
I haven't presented anything. All I did
Then-
was expropriate to stop her. I spent my turn before that also stopping Sydney from winning.
Everything's going towards you.
It's fair.
And then I get to do my...
Your shenanigans.
Yeah, my shenanigans. I can play... Okay, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, man, that sucks. Only 1 land. I only get to keep 1 thing in my hand. So I'll put this in my hand and pitch a Mind Break, a Valley Flood Caller, a Dranith Magistrate, and a Kanji. 1 trigger. This guy's going to give everybody +2.
Thank God.
And then everything is going to get
This
2
gets
landfall triggers.
2. This gets
We might
2.
just get there.
So this guy is 10. This is 4, so 14, 15, 34. So it is enough for lethal.
Okay. What are the 2 biggest creatures you have that Sydney could theoretically block?
It would be the Chocobo and Kodama.
Okay.
These 2.
And you don't have any more triggers where you go to damage or anything?
No, I do get an extra land for putting this into play. When they deal damage, they get +1s.
That won't help
I
us.
can look at the top of my library. That doesn't help me right now.
Yeah, I think unfortunately we didn't get enough damage.
I mean,
we had to try though. Like this was our only out.
Even
Ryan
with-
had to try to kill her.
even if she didn't kill her here, even with Terra still in play, the
She
Spark
just
Double...
gets breach, right?
No, because it's an
You
8.
just flip it and then go get breach.
I have to
No.
pay 8 to
Just
flip
pay-
it.
Yeah, it should be.
I literally thought this just got breach. But it does, just in a more roundabout sense. I mean, I still think we need to pressure her, because if she doesn't win this turn, then me and you need to finish her off. Granted, I only have an 0-3. Because either way, it's still their next turn if she doesn't win.
Oh, with the land coming in, I also get to make a treasure.
Okay.
Oh, I get 2 treasures since I was a land entering a landfall ability. Cool. So, what do you want to block?
Probably the 2 big status.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but I'm at least gonna block the Chocobo, so I'm not taking commander damage.
Okay.
So,
what
the
does that
Chocobo's
leave
getting
me?
plus how much?
Well, if we ignore... Well, the Choco doesn't...
It's
getting plus
7. So it's getting plus 4.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
So what does that leave? So that's
29.
4.
So that would actually
6.
still be lethal, so you do have to block with Terra.
So is that 29? So 6.
It was 36
12.
total. Minus 7 is 29.
31 right now.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, you do have to block still.
Alright.
I'm going
So
to...
31 minus 6 is going to be 20...
25.
25, so you have 3 remaining.
Choose to draw a card.
This is where we find out she had food chain in hand the whole time and it didn't matter.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, I think we're probably... Like, what's the statistical chance she has food chain in hand right now?
1 in 100.
So she
It's
used
not
the
actually
Worldly
that
Tutor
good.
to go get Spark Double and not go get one of the creatures that goes and gets food chain.
I don't think she has it, but we should probably still kill her.
Alright, I'll use 2 white and these. 1 treasure and 1 of these. And I will get a meal out.
Okay, now that's scary. Mystic Study trigger.
Yeah, I'll pay 1.
Okay.
But I'll pay it with the 3 tree set.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think I can do anything else, so I will pass.
Alright, now she top decks food chain.
No, she's got
No,
Spark
say
Double
it's
sitting on
Spark
top.
Double.
She's gotta believe hard enough.
So I'll draw turn. Urza Song will go to 3. And now search for an artifact that's 0 or 1. That's true. I will tap it for mana. I'll float it. It's still there. Mana Vault.
Okay, man, well, sure.
And that's put into play with the ability, right?
Yep.
I'll use that floating mana. Play Soul Ring.
Mystic Grimoire trigger and Mystic Study trigger.
I'm not paying for it.
We'll draw.
Draw.
I'll also get a tap treasure when Zach draws.
Yeah.
Why it's sitting over there on a full grip of counter spells. He was just baiting us.
I have 0. I'm playing 4 in my whole deck.
Alright. I'm going to tap that for 2. And do this for 2 more. And then, since you still have Orwell, I will tap these for black. 2 casts. Summon Primal Odin. Its first lore is destroy target creature an opponent controls.
On cast, you have
Oh, I
triggers.
guess. Yeah.
I'm looking for anything
Okay.
now.
Just checking.
Yeah, I'm gonna destroy.
So
Blink, return to
I
hand.
gotta be careful.
Okay.
Oh, I could return another one if I want to.
Untap. Upkeep. Bitter Blossom trigger. And then we have a Mystic Remora trigger. God, I really want the card draw is the problem here.
You paying for 5?
That's what I'm figuring out. I think I let it go. So I'd like to keep it. Alright, draw turn. We're gonna go Mysterized Village as land for turn. Enters the battlefield. We will have a set of Scoot Storm triggers. We'll go to 6.
Can you finish Sydney?
I don't know. Also, I really don't know that it's actually worth finishing her. I'm being perfectly honest. Like, it's not... She has combos in the deck, but it's also got a ton of just the summons and stuff in there, which it's not hard tuned to combo. I'm going to tap for a black for a Visceraseer. Visceraseer, tap for a green for crop rotation.
Ristic on the crop rot?
No.
Alright, I'll draw. Add responses.
I will sack the Trop Island to the crop rotation. Oh, I forgot. Right. Crop rotation will put a Gaia's Cradle into play.
Mm-hmm.
Gaia's Cradle ETB, Scoot Swarms will trigger, going to 12. Just double checking my math here. I think we're better. How many cards do I think you'll actually draw off all this? Probably not enough to worth the mana there. Alright. We're going to tap Gaia's Cradle for 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 green, blue, and I've cast him once, so it'll be 4. Going to 12 green. Cast Uro. I'll let you have the rest of it.
I'll draw.
Is he good? All right. When he ETBs, he will have his trigger on the stack. I will sack him to the Visceraseer first to get a scry trigger. Sephiroth will trigger 1. I'm going to gain a life. Uro will go back to the command zone. I will scry 1. Put that to the bottom. And then we will have the rest of Uro's trigger. I will gain 3 life and draw a card. And I can put a land from my hand into play. We'll put in a Galvamai Cradle of Growth. When it enters the battlefield, Scoot Swarms will trigger. I will go to 24. Scoot Swarms. We're going to use 2. Going to 10. Whatever the 10 is on this. For Aftermath Analyst. Good on that. Aftermath Analyst will enter, and I will mill 3. Get a Misty Rainforest, Elves of Deep Shadow, and Arcane Signet in the graveyard. We will pay 4 of the green to activate the Aftermath Analyst ability. Going to 6. Sacking it to return all lands from my graveyard to the battlefield in response to the trigger.
Nope.
Okay. Sephiroth will trigger 1 lands to the battlefield. Tapped, Misty Rainforest, and the Trop Island. Not as many as I'd like, but we'll take it. That is 2 sets of Scoot Swarm triggers. So we will double to 48, and then we will double again to
70, no.
96. We're going to do this way, a 9 and a 6. Everything is black because of that, so we will go, I'll pay 1 into that to make this uncounterable. Black, 1 into the Mysterized Village to make this uncounterable. Next, might make my next spell uncounterable, and then we will do 2 into X. Meathook Massacre. X is 2, cannot be countered, and I will pay for the risking.
I'll respond. I know my treasures are tapped. I can't. I have a misdirection in my hand, but unfortunately, this does not target. So not there, yeah. That's game. That's going to dome us.
But basically, Meathook Massacre will
we're
kill
getting
all
to
of
the
my
Meathook.
Scoot Swarms, draining my opponents for up to 96, and then I have Sephiroth triggers for the same amount. So.
Yeah, my hand was a bunch of interaction, but only sorcery speed.
That fears.
GG's.
GG's.
Oh.
Congratulations to Zach for winning today's game of EDH. As you can see, he was able to sneak a win over top of Ryan, who looked like he was in a commanding position the entire game. Speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and give this week's MVC, or Most Valuable Card, to Scoot Swarm. It generated a massive amount of creatures that allowed Zach to meat hook us to death. Otherwise, I don't think he would have gotten another turn without Ryan doming him to death. Hopefully you enjoyed today's gameplay, and we'll see you next week on Win Tuition MTG.